Hi everyone, this is Killshot from 99 Gaming, and this is The Walking Dead Season 9, Episode 15, Final Pike Spoiler Confirmation. This is not my list. This is the list that is coming from Spoiling Dead's fan page, and I promised that we would do something tonight that is rarely ever done in a YouTube video. For the last week and a half to 2 weeks, we have done our Pike predictions, and people make bold predictions, and they don't log their predictions. So what I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to show you the list and also show you where the 999 Army predicted each of those characters and also where I predicted those. So it is very rare for a YouTuber to come on and say, I was wrong. But you know what? We're doing this to show that this is completely shocking. This list did not make sense to a lot of us that were planning it out. And I have no problem with documenting this video and saying there were some people that I was absolutely incorrect on. So Tom Ferreira says, who dies? I need to know and have closure. So let's start with the list. Here we go. Get this thing rolling. Pete D. Pete D says, hello, Kills and Mods and all Army people. Bring me Tara's head on a pike. So Pete D does want to see some Tara. Let's start out a little bit milder, though. So Pike victim number 1, newly added. You guys may or may not have seen this. Yes, it is the one and only leader of the Highwaymen. It is Ozzy. Ozzy's going to be piked. And as stated, we debated. He was one of the people on the list. We talked about it. We said, the Army said 25% chance. They thought maybe he'd stick around. I said, nah. Ozzy ain't dying. Ozzy's going to be part of the militia. He's going to hang around. He might be there with the hilltop. Ozzy is a Pike victim. Yours truly, absolutely wrong. Yeah, I could have gamed it a little bit. I could have gave it again 30, 40%. But I like to go bold. I'm either going to say they're dying or they're not dying. So Ozzy is gone. And I was wrong. So get used to it. I'm wrong about a few of them here. All right, moving on. You guys want to see number 2? If you guys want to see number 2, then give me a thumbs up here. And once again, this list is provided by Spoiling Dead's fan page. So they do a great job. They got some top secret information. Warning, if you're just tuning in, this does have spoilers. But let's get this thing up over 100 likes so I can move on and turn the page to get to Pike victim number 2. And don't give me no thumbs up in chat. Give me thumbs up down at the bottom. What are you guys doing? Come on, give me the real ones. All right, here we go. Pike victim number 2 is Highwayman number 2. Tom Ferreira says this is a good list. Well, who the hell is Alec? Alec, this is beyond a sellout, everybody. Come on. Everybody is like, I don't even remember seeing this guy. This guy is so bad. This is the only picture of him. And it is fuzzy as hell. So yes, Pike victim number 2 is Alec, the Highwayman, and we can't even get any good stuff there. All right, let's move on. Let's move on to number 3 and see if will I ever be correct on anything. That's going to be the question. All right, here we go. DJ is next on the list, and DJ was absolutely piked. The Army only gave DJ a 40%. There were people that said, we like DJ, we like his hair, we need to keep him around. I gave DJ 100%. I said, there is no chance this guy's living. He is gone. DJ is out of the picture. I got it. Look, I'm not wrong about everything. But the Army said it's more likely than not that DJ lives. I wasn't going to have any middle ground here. Gone. DJ is out of the picture. All right, let's move on to number 4. This is shocking. This was a shocking surprise here. So number 4 is Frankie. Seriously? Frankie? Where has Frankie been? Tom Ferreira's like, are we saving the best for last? Wait, you're going to kill one of Negan's wives? I don't even know where Frankie is. We didn't even talk about Frankie. We didn't think there was any chance she was going to die. I'm a little sad to see Frankie gone. I would like to have her part of the story. She was like, who is Frankie? Oh, come on. You remember Negan's wives. Also tried to butter Eugene up a little bit. Drama King says, and the disappointment continues. It is starting to look like a sellout list, right? Do not hate the messenger. In fact, we just got through Frankie on the list. It does get a little bit better. But we got 400, 500, 600 people watching this list live. Is it too much for me to ask just to get another 20 or 30 likes here so we can kick this thing up and get this thing over a couple hundred likes? Liked, viewed, shared, responded to, engaged in. Come on, Army. All right. Maybe when we get better pikes, we'll get more likes. That's a possibility. All right. Let's move on past Frankie. We're going to go back and talk about some in a little bit, but I want you guys to see the list. All right. The most widely confirmed, no doubt about it, almost unanimous in the 999 Army, yes, is Tammy Rose. The Army gave her a 97% chance. And when you got, we had a lot of people, that was an extremely high number. In fact, that was the highest number of anyone that we evaluated. And yes, sir, 100%. So you guys are probably thinking at this point, what are you talking about, Kills? Why would you say that your numbers aren't good? Because you've been crushing it. Well, I have. But the second half, not quite as much. But Tammy Rose, sorry, Tammy Rose is gone. I see a couple of people say, no, not Tammy Rose. You were probably part of the 3% that thought she was going to die or live. But everybody else, really, honestly, we knew she was gone. Tom Ferreira says, now there is the major characters. Maybe not yet, Tom. The disappointment continues because, yes, we did discuss the rowdy teens, and we said a couple of the teens may be gone, and which are gone. Rodney, see ya. Addie, see ya. We don't know about Gage. We haven't heard that Gage is dead, but 2 of the teens are gone. The Army gave it a very high number, 85% chance. Yours truly, 100% chance. I said at least 2 of them, maybe all of them. The teens are gone. It's karma. They were peeing on walkers. I think this is going to go down with the movie theater or something. I think they're going to be watching the movie and they're going to get lured out. But yes, Rodney and Addie confirmed. That's a 2-for-1 special. So if you guys are following along at home, 2-for-1. That gives us a total of 7. And then we got as big a names as we're going to get. But we got 500, 600, 700 people in this chat watching this live. So once again, whole bunch of new people here. This does contain spoilers. And my goal before we end this thing, I'd love to can we get this thing up to 500 likes? If we're going to have 7, 8, 900 people, slide the mouse button. And the other thing I'm asking you guys to do, because there's a whole lot of people here that are brand new. Before we get to the last 3 that we're going to talk about, a real serious note here. Going to ask you guys, hit the subscribe button, hang out with us. You guys can see we're not afraid to put our predictions up there. These are the spoilers. But part of what we do on our channel, part of the fun, is that we get together for weeks and months at a time and talk about it, debate it, get some really good energized chat. And if you guys like what we do, if you have a good time, then everybody do me a big favor before I get to the next part of the list. And just give me a hashtag TWD Red Fair. If you think it's going to be a Red Fair, even if you don't love the characters we've listed so far, the storyline, the way it goes down, could be big. So also, one more shout out. If you guys are tuning in, I've given a couple shout outs already. This is the list of the Spoiling Dead's fan page. So they do a tremendous job, and you're going to see the screen go a little bit crazy here in a second. You're going to see a lot of the Red Fair. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. There's the Army coming out in full effect. All right. Looks like we're ready for the next on the list. This one it's shocking. It was shocking to me. At least half of our audience is not going to like it, but I'm not going to hold back any punches. There it is. Enid. Enid is the next Pike victim. The Army said 45% chance that Enid dies, so they were almost 50-50. There are some Enid fans. I said 20%. I'm wrong. You will not hear a lot of YouTubers go live and say, I was wrong on my list, because you know what happens a lot of times? They just do another list and just bury the bad predictions in new predictions. But hey, that's what makes our channel different, is because we talk about it. Fluff Salisbury, hashtagging TWD Red Fair. Thank you so much for that super chat, Fluff. Appreciate that. She will join Carl in heaven. There it is. Lark gave her a 10. So, there were a lot of our group that did say Enid was going to leave. I was not one of them, because I thought, I bought into the whole we need a doctor thing. Yeah, but she's out. She's gone. All right. Hey, everybody, we got 2 more. And before we get to the last 2, I do want to make another announcement. We may or may not be doing a 9:30 or 10 o'clock stream. It is still up in the air. We have been doing double shots, 2 streams, 8 o'clock and 9:30. If you're subscribed, you hit the notification. If we do one a little bit later, then it'll probably be some predictions. We might even get to some... We could do spoilers. If Spoiling Dead's fan page releases the spoilers, we're going to do a full spoiler video, and we could do it 9:30, 10, 10:30, 11 o'clock tonight. We may not do it until tomorrow. So if the spoilers are not out, then we still might do a second stream, which could have some Season 10 predictions. Just a chance for some of our regular viewers that are avoiding spoilers to hang out. And also, tomorrow night at 8 o'clock, we've got 750, 800 people in the stream. We're doing Freestyle Friday. And if you've not been a part of Freestyle Friday, it is a blast. We will start out with the Walking Dead topic, and you'll see a lot of unique comments. It gets a little bit loose. There could be some drinking. There could be some... It's just fun. And... Freestyle Friday, Super Chatters control the stream, so we'll talk about something and somebody will Super Chat and I'll shift over to their topic and so on and so forth. So here we go. 2 more to go. Brace yourselves, everybody. This is not something that a lot of people want to see. She has recently become a little bit more popular, and yes, we were exactly on the fence with this. Pete D is going to be moonwalking and dancing in the street. Tara is... piked. This is confirmed by Spoiling Dead's fan page. The Army said there was a 50-50 chance. I said there was a 50-50 chance. Tara is gone. Now, the Tara story, the way it plays out, I do want to mention this, and this is not a spoiler, but I do think you will see this as a spoiler later on tonight. It's a bold prediction that I made, and I'm going to stand by the bold prediction. I think that Sadiq will sell out Tara to save Rosita. That is not a spoiler. That is my sole prediction. Spoiling Dead fan page is not behind that. But we've heard rumors that Sadiq is a traitor. And I feel like Sadiq will tell Alpha who the leader of Hilltop is, which is currently Tara, in order to save Rosita and their baby. Dead on Leprechaun super chatting with a Tara timer. So let me say this. Evan Watson says, I hated Tara. To give Alana and also Tara a little bit of respect, I have not been a fan of her character on the show for a while, except for this season. This season, I started to appreciate her character a little bit more, her leadership. I was warming up to her. I wouldn't say I liked her, but I'm not happy to see her go. But at the same time, I'm not sad to see her go. I'm still a little bit neutral, but leaning more toward the character. So Says Who You super chats and says, weak list, but Angela's done a great job this year. Absolutely she has. And holding out for something worthwhile in the storytelling. And here it is, everybody. This is the last of the list, and don't leave at the end of the list because we are going to talk about the list a little bit. And it is Henry. Thank you. Yes, Pete D super chats it for Tara. It is Henry. Henry is the last on the list. The Army gave it a 60% chance that Henry would die, and once again, yours truly, I can admit fault. I was very, very strong on the list early on that Henry was going to die. In fact, I predicted Henry was going to die. And because I thought Ezekiel would go, I backed off on Henry, and I gave Henry less than a 50% chance to die. Now, some people are saying hallelujah. Some people are saying it's great. The Henry effect is going to be far-reaching. It is going to affect Carol. It's going to affect Ezekiel. It's going to affect Daryl. And I think that we're going to have to kind of table our dislike for Henry, those of you that dislike Henry, and really think about how the story is going to play out with other people. It's going to be a big kind of tearjerker, I think, when you see the reactions of the other people. So we've got Says Who You says, bye-bye, Henry, you love-struck fool. And no doubt about it. Natural questions are what's going to happen with Lydia, what's going to happen with other people. So let me say this. That means there's a whole lot of people who are safe. Julie McGuire says, kills. Do you think we'll have more death in episode 16? Julie, I don't. Because honestly, I think if they were going to just kill people an episode later, like a major character, I think they would have piked them. I think it would have been an opportunity for them to just make it epic and talked about. I mean, I don't think they're going to come back and kill Ezekiel in 16 when they weren't going to just pike him and make it a bigger list for the fans. Because there's a lot of fans that are a little disappointed with this list. So let me start with that. How many people in chat right now are disappointed with the list of 10? Be honest. I mean, you don't have to dislike The Walking Dead. You don't have to dislike the video. You don't have to hate me. I'm just asking you specifically for the list, how many people? And Tyler says, do you think it's possible in season 10 Lydia kills Alpha? No, I don't, Tyler. I think that's going to be reserved for someone else. Okay. You know, as predicted, most of the people here, a good majority of the fans, are disappointed with the list, and that's fine. But the list is not everything. Drama King, do you think Carol will blame Daryl for Henry's death? I don't, Drama King. I think there's going to be too much other stuff on the horizon for them to really get into a blame game. Now, someone had mentioned this just a little bit ago, and Levi, I get it. Levi says, hey, it's a weak-ass list. It's fine. But there are things that can happen with this list that still make the story really, really good. I'm going to give you a couple examples. Because we're a major character's got to die. If the Sadiq traitor thing works out, then I think that's a decent subplot. That Rosita was spared, Sadiq had to betray people, and that caused Tara to die. The Henry thing might be Henry confronting Alpha. The rumor is that Henry and Alpha meet on the street. If Carol's gone, and Henry sneaks away and finds her and gets into a fight and she kills him, Henry stays true to character. Some of the deaths happening during a performance by Symphony of Awesome, as we talked about last night, is a bold prediction. If it's done well, how many people are familiar with Reservoir Dogs? Drama King says, do you think Sadiq will die for being a traitor? No. I think Sadiq will leave. I think Sadiq will get Michonne's arc, and I think he's gone. Because remember, Pete, Michonne, Sadiq, they were all pirates. I think Sadiq hits the road. He's not going to be welcome. B-Core, I think if this list included any of the following, Father G, Ezekiel, Rosita, then it would be much better. I agree with you, B-Core. I do agree with that. William, the Walking Dead billboard, said it. The King and Carol are fixing to lose their minds. Up in here, up in here. All right, can't wait. So, Reservoir Dogs, a little bit of dancing during the torture. Would that spice up the story? I'm not saying Alpha's going to dance, but I'm saying if there was a distraction and we had the Symphony of Awesome singing and it appeared to be setting a positive mood, and Alpha was slowly luring people away, and there was some brutality, might spice it just a little bit. I mean, might compensate for a little bit more of the lack of a wonderful list. I do agree. If there was a Rosita or if there was a Ezekiel on there, we would probably miss them. But give her a chance. Julie McGuire says it feels like the pink fair, not the red fair. But we don't know how it's going to go down yet. And I think we've just got to have a little bit more faith in Angela Kang. I think you just got to give her a chance. She's told a good story. She tells a very fast-paced story. I don't see the story being dwelling on the events at the fair too long. I think there's going to be a lot of rapid fire. And how she does it, it is going to be memorable. Now, I'm also going to say there are people that have seen the episode. And the people that have seen the episode are billing this as one of the most epic Walking Dead shows of all time. Now, we can sit here and talk about who dies and who doesn't die, who's safe, who's not. But the people that are watching it says it is emotional, it is dark, and it is unbelievable. And I don't think this list is going to make a lot of people say, I'm not going to watch it. I still think that the people watching, it's going to be a very, very high number. The people streaming, it's going to be very high as well. Sherry Bentley says, why Tara over Rosita? Where can her story go? The same could be said, Sherry, I think, with Tara's story. I don't know that Rosita has much of a story either. So I'm going to throw this to the Army and ask you guys, make this a Super Chat Spotlight. Is it possible that Rosita hits the road to protect the baby as well? Maybe there's too much going on. Rosita leaves with Sadiq. Just something to mull. Just something to think about. B-Core says, who knows? Everything sounds different when you're just reading it. Maybe on screen it'll be satisfying. I fully think it will. Because when the Scar spoilers came out, there were people who said the same thing. Seems a little weak, and then incredible. Tom Ferreira, is there going to be a plot summary in the next stream? Tom, if the spoilers are released by Spoiling Dead's fan page, we will stream those and we will talk about them, and we'll put the warning up there as well. And we're not trying to take credit for them. What we like to do is we did bold predictions last night. We like to get together and see what ties into our predictions. Drama King, do you see the return of Killer Carol? Oh, yes. Drama King, I see the return of two things. One, unfortunately, I don't think you're going to like. I think I see the return of I just lost Shiva Ezekiel. And at the same time, I think you're going to see the return of Killer Carol. And I think Carol, the reason she's not going to blame Daryl, the reason she's not going to dwell on it, is because I think Ezekiel is going to be a broken man. He has been billing this fair up as, you got to understand, this is his signature moment. And he's going to give the speech, and he's brought all those people. And sure enough, you got to know that Ezekiel's going to be up there thinking, if I just would have canceled this fair, all these people would have still been alive. I brought them here. We should have been taking up arms. We should have been fighting back. Of course he's going to blame himself. Ezekiel gets broken down. It's going to take Carol and others to build him back up. And eventually I think we'll see Beast Mode Ezekiel as well. Says who you super chatting. Frankie and Alec are where they jump the shark a bit. Some background characters have to die, but these two are way in the... You are absolutely right. No doubt about it. Look, I didn't want to see Eugene die, but we got some characters that can get a little bit more airtime. They could have thrown Eugene out there, could have thrown Sadiq out there, could have killed Father G. I mean, they got Magna, they got Yumi, they got Connie. We got some people we can give airtime to. Who is the 10 people? Lionel, you're probably going to have to go back and watch from the beginning of the stream. Sherry Bentley. We're going to see Carol like never before. Oh, I think based on the list, let me say this. There are highwaymen that are going to be left over. So the highwaymen are going to have a reason to fight. There are people from Alexandria, so they're going to band together. There's certainly people from the Hilltop, so you got that group. And then you got the Kingdom. So, I think there's a good mix. The only thing that I would say is, says who you. Frankie, if Frankie is part of the Oceanside, then I like that. Then I'm okay with that, because now you've got reason to bring them into the fight. And that's what I don't know. I'm a little shocked with Frankie, like where's she been, which community. But there's this, there's this wagon that shows up. That could be Alpha. Oh, okay, my bad. If Frankie's in Alexandria. Perfect. All right, so then you got DJ and Frankie from Alexandria. Then no Oceanside. Nothing to get Oceanside some skin in the game and get them in the fight. So that's a good question then. Maybe Oceanside decides not to attend the fair at the last minute. That would be a good choice. Yeah, I thought Kelly would have been on the list as well. So, what is interesting, because, and we did say almost confirmed list. So the 3 people that Spoiling Dead's fan page initially rolled out, keep in mind, Kelly and Diane were on that list, and now Kelly and Diane are not on the final list. Now, maybe they add them. They've got this list. They had a list of 9, and then they added Ozzy. So let's keep our fingers crossed and hope that... Hey, I don't know about you guys, but I really want to see Symphony of Awesome. I want to see Luke. You know what? I'm actually, because this is a list of 10, and you know what? I think there's 12. So let me throw out 2 more names that I think are going to be released in the spoiler. I'm going to give you 2 more names, and it ain't going to spice it up to a degree of like, yes, yes, yes. I think Luke, and I think Kelly. I think there's going to be 2 more, and I think that'll get us up to 12. Says this list makes more sense than the other. Yeah, because they added a little bit to it. I cannot see the Symphony of Awesome escaping this. One of the 2 have to go. I mean, I don't want to cloud up a spoiler stream with a bunch of, speculation and predictions, because that list is confirmed. Robert Frank, just because Ezekiel isn't on a pike doesn't mean he won't die at the fair. I still think someone will sneak up behind him when he's on the balcony. Robert Frank, and I thought about that as well too. The reason why I'm going to disagree, because Spoiling Dead's fan page has said Ezekiel was seen filming in the snow in episode 16. Now, that could be a fake out, and I really want him to die while giving a speech. I think that would be awesome. But they have put him on the 100% safe list. So they didn't even put him on the maybe, maybe not. They said, he's good. We have sources, and they have pictures in the studio of him filming. Christopher Sage says, kills. I think we're missing something big. Bodies laying on the ground around our group in the trailer. Pikes is an iconic moment like the lineup. If not, this could ruin Kang's perfect season. Something is amiss. I'm going to go back to that in one second, because we love Angela Kang, and she has not missed a beat yet. Everything has been perfect. But a watered-down list, if this is the list, and she chooses to water it down and save some of the big characters, she's going to have to flawlessly execute the storyline. Chip Smith, off topic, but can we all agree this has been the best season of the show in a while? I agree with that, Chip Smith. And I think that ties in perfectly to the other Super Chat. Got a couple more Super Chats here, guys. Josh D. The people that will be most affected by Tara's death will be Rosita and Eugene. We've forgotten how close Eugene and Tara are. Rosita could be pissed at Sadiq for getting her friend killed. It's a good point. That's a very good point. Thanks for that Super Chat as well. Benjamin Stevenson says, a lot of victims have multiple community connections. Good point. So it's not just about where you live. I mean, these relationships have been running on for a long time. And then, the connection with Jesus. Ultimately, will Maggie ever come back? Says who you. Super chatting says, any chance they have people filming as reanimated heads? They could play their own disembodied heads on pikes in the snow. Good point. So, Robert, perhaps was he filming in the snow and that's going to be the border scene? I guess the question is, was he seen filming? I don't want to get everybody too excited or too sad. Just a question. If they were filming in the studio, was it green screened? I mean, was Ezekiel possibly wearing the suit and it was filming his head only? Did he get stabbed and decapitated at the fair? I mean, they're going to give up the kingdom, so perhaps that was the filming. I'm going to keep my fingers crossed. I really want to see Ezekiel die. And I love Ezekiel, and I love Kari Payton. But I hope filming in the studio was that. Because then we would get a shock, right? That would be a red fair shock. But you know what's funny about the list? Is as soon as we come up with the list and we're like, oh, it's a little disappointing, and then you throw a name out there like Ezekiel, then half the audience says, no, we can't have it both ways, everybody. I mean, either you want the epic deaths or you want to keep all the major characters alive. And I don't think this list, I really don't think this list does justice to The Walking Dead. So, Angela, if you're watching the playback, you've done an incredible job this season. You have absolutely nailed it. We love the storytelling. But this fair needs to be bloody. It needs to be red. We need to have a reason for the kingdom to evacuate. And the only reason why I see for the king to evacuate is if he's dead. I don't see King Ezekiel voluntarily moving to Hilltop. It just doesn't make a ton of sense. So, out of about 1,500 people we've had in this stream so far, and we got people coming and going and coming and going. And this is going to stream up on your screen really quick. Which character not on the list do you need to die? You can only pick one. But if you pick one, which character do you need to die to complete this epic fair, to make the fair eventful, to make it amazing, to blow our minds? Joey says Father G, Kelly, the King, Ezekiel, period. Ezekiel, Rosita, Ezekiel. And I'm going to be willing to bet. And see, that's the disappointment, because so many people love King Ezekiel. Betty, I'll repeat it at the end. Super chat. And Kitty Cat says, Gabe, Father Gabe's got to go. Yeah, you got to go. Mikey, son, you will probably be never attending one of our streams again. You know what? Why I'm asking that question, this is a wonderful time to make a public service 999 Gaming and 999 Army announcement. Hold tight, everybody. Don't flip out and leave the stream. It's not going to be long. If you guys enjoy talking about The Walking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead, Game of Thrones, one thing that we try to do a little bit differently is we try to keep as many of the trolls out. We want mature, engaged conversation. And I would challenge anybody out there to find a better group of people than this group of people right here. It's like a family. They like each other, respect each other. So if you like this and you like hanging out and you want to come and talk to us every night, we would love for you to be here. We probably blocked almost 3,000 people at this point, so that tells you how many bad actors are out there on YouTube and on the internet. But we've done a pretty good job, I think, of keeping most of them out, and that opens the door for a lot of people that really like what we do to come back, and we want you guys to keep coming back. So there you go. It's just my 2 cents. I take a lot of pride in this group, and you guys have built this group. So thank you for being a part of what we do. Laney R says, enough death, no one else has to die. That's fair enough. That's a fair comment. Darko77, I want us to get Negan out, and he sees his wife, and he whispers his theme. Or whistles the theme, Darko, like. So, I know you guys might not be here for the bold prediction, but I am going to say that the people that are captured that we saw, Carol, Daryl, Yumi, and Michonne. Michonne being captured, in my mind, incentivizes Judith to leave, and I think Judith will be the one to unlock Negan, and Negan will get a disguise and hang out with the Whispers a little bit to slow them down. Just my theory. But as you guys know, you guys can see that kills up on the screen, 40%. Yeah. Sometimes my theories are wrong. I was 40%. Actually, if you guys don't mind, I'm going to take that down. I don't like seeing the 40%. So if I predict Judith is going to unlock Negan, then I might be 40% right on that as well. But I have a heck of a lot of fun coming up with theories with you guys. We got another super chat. Super chat is Steve Smitherman. Thank you so much, Steve. Is there a reason we aren't believing death victims from the spoilers? Is there a reason why we aren't completely believing the death victims from the spoilers? Yeah. Steve, the reason is because the expectations have been so high, and I think it's a combination of the expectations and the comic. Comic spoiler alert, Rosita and Ezekiel die, and I think the audience has kind of been expecting that to happen all season. So they sort of prepared for the list. And I think it's a little bit of a shock that, okay, not everybody really loves Tara, so killing Tara doesn't destroy the audience. Not everybody loves Enid, so Henry has been annoying for a while. So the big three, Henry, Enid, and Tara, do not have a huge fan base. I would argue that Ezekiel is more popular than any of them. Rosita was for a time. Her story's a little bit different, but it seems weak. And I think because people they'll believe it when they see it, but the optics of it, the way that it goes down, is what we got to believe in. And I do think when we do the reaction video, you're still going to have some people in our reaction video after the stream, and they're going to say, you know what, the list wasn't great, but the way they did it was fantastic. I do believe that. Wolverine, do you think Oceanside will be a part of the Whisper War next season? Yeah, I do. I think bring Cindy back. And we don't know what's going to happen with Michonne. We don't know if Michonne's going to be in an episode or two. I mean, I would imagine she's not signed on, but I imagine they'll pay her for a couple episodes just to finish her story. Because, I mean, I got to tell you guys, of all the things that they've done really well this season, can I criticize one thing? If you guys don't want me to, I promise I won't rant, but I get accused of being the biggest Walking Dead fanboy out there, that Kills never says anything about the show, even when it was bad. He loves the show. So, just got one thing I want to ask permission. The Maggie exit is bad. It's really bad. That it was forced. So, of all the things they've done really, really well this season, telling the story and not even having her come back and film an exit scene or her leaving or anything, it is terrible. And the fact that they didn't even send a letter to her. Maggie's not invited to the fair. Georgie's not invited to the fair. Maggie couldn't make it back for Jesus' funeral. I mean, Jesus we're talking about. She's so busy helping other communities, so I don't like that. I really don't. So if you're going to do that, they should have killed Maggie. How many people would like to see Maggie's head on a pike and just be done with her story? How about that? Would that be great and surprising enough? That's #Maggie. There you go. That's what I'd like to see. If you don't know if she's going to come back or not, she couldn't even make it back for Jesus' funeral, then go ahead and kill her character. Patrick W., do you think Beta would just let Daryl go? I know he's assumed safe. What do you think? Patrick, I think Beta is going to beat down Daryl. I think Beta's pissed off about the elevator scene, but it appears that Daryl's going to escape somehow. My son champion, if Rosita dies, thinks she would be wearing her hat. Hard to tell, but I don't think Rosita's going to die. But yes, if she dies next season, I need her to be old school Rosita again. Let me see. I think I got a couple more super chats up here. I'm trying to keep up with everybody, guys. Just give me a second. Because we got a lot of action here tonight. A lot of people chatting, and I'm trying to get back and forth. Says who you. They announced Michonne would be in a handful of episodes next season, maybe 5. Denai isn't just leaving. They don't want to pay her. I mean, what she commands at this point, she commands a high salary, and she's a movie star. Wolverine, 1771. If Negan gets free from the jail, which hope he does, and if Maggie returned next season, will she have a problem with him being out or treat it as a good thing after finding out the people the Whispers killed? Wolverine, Maggie had a chance to kill Negan, and she didn't. So she chose to spare him based on Rick's wishes. And I don't see, if Negan has some redeeming qualities, if he saves some people, then I certainly think Maggie will be okay with it. And I don't think that's a plot hole. I just think that people are going to start to warm up to Negan, especially if he helps get through this Whisper War. Somebody asked a little bit earlier, will Lydia kill Alpha? I mean, I think there's several options. I think Negan could kill Alpha. I think Carol could kill Alpha. And I think Ezekiel could kill Alpha. So I'm going to give you guys 4 options. If Alpha does not escape and they keep the storyline running, which they probably won't, if Alpha truly is decapitated, like Negan kills her in the comics, between these 4, Negan, Carol, Daryl, and Ezekiel, who kills Alpha? Which one of those 4 do you guys think? Give me a bold prediction in chat right now. A couple more super chats. We got Ben Stevenson says, we lost Rick and Jadis, Maggie, then killed Jesus, Jed, Arat, bunch of kids, and Aaron's arm this season. We can all be okay with this Pike lineup. Fair enough. In the totality of it, Benjamin, good point. There's been enough people leave the show, so why not give a weaker Pike list and make it a good story? I think it's very well stated. All right, I'm going to jump around to a couple more comments. A lot of people are saying Negan, Carol kill Alpha. That'll be her revenge. Negan kills Beta, and Carol gets Alpha. That's a good point. Kitty Pet, Daryl or Negan. So one of the things that I also like to do is I do like to jump around and call on a couple people. So there are some brand new people, and I want to get your ideas. Now, keep this in mind, and our streams, especially in reactions, are going to be huge. They're going to be a couple thousand people. So even if I don't get a chance to pause the stream and specifically call on your comment, which I love to do in smaller streams, but in larger streams with a ton of people, your comments are still a part of this, and other people will comment on your comments, not only live. So I may call on you, but other people are going to see something you type, and they'll respond to you. That's kind of our family network. But when the playback happens, we've got people watching all of these comments. I mean, you two did an amazing job by getting these comments inside the video, and we got a ton of people that can't attend live. So, you know, what you type, don't be surprised if people acknowledge and comment on some of your theories and some of your predictions. I mean, it wouldn't be bad if Negan did decapitate Alpha and says, wait till Ezekiel gets a look at this. And he did it for Henry. I mean, it could kind of be comic book feel to it, since Negan did it for Rick. Says who you. Negan has no storyline with Alpha. Carol would have the desire to kill Alpha. Daryl has been pitted against Beta. He'll kill him. It's a bold prediction. I love it. Super chatted, and it is forever a part. Your prediction. Well, we're going to have to go back and revisit it as we get a little bit further along in the episode. All right. We're going to jump on a couple more topics. We'll wind down just a little bit. As I said, just a couple other things to differentiate our channel. You guys know we may do a spoiler video later tonight, so hold tight. We will definitely do a Freestyle Friday, 8 o'clock tomorrow night. For our international audience, we have some in here right now. We do a Saturday morning stream at 11 a.m. So if you guys want to see a calendar of events, in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, you can see the Walking Dead 999 Army. We've grown tremendously. There's a link down below. So if you guys would like to be a part of our Facebook page and check out the calendar of when we're going to stream. So Saturday morning, we got that going on. And Sunday is a madhouse. Sunday, I will be doing Coffee with Kills early in the morning. So we'll get that. At noon, we do a stream. On our sister channel, 999 Dead, we do a spoiler follow-up at 3 o'clock. At 8 o'clock, before The Walking Dead, we do our tailgate party. We do a countdown of all of you will be in there kind of, you know, cooking, eating, drinking, getting ready for The Walking Dead. We hype it up. And then, of course, at 10:10, after the show ends, we will be doing reactions, and it is one of the most fun videos. It's nuts. There's a lot of emotion. If there's a lot of death, we treat it as therapy. So, if you need a shoulder to cry on, if you want to celebrate that, your favorite character's alive, we do that as well. I am going to ask, we got a ton of members. You guys see the Patreons in the left-hand corner. You see the channel members. One thing we recently added to is we've got our mod emojis. So we got Emmy, Steph, Tommy, Kels. You can see them in blue. They do an incredible job. If your name's highlighted in green, do me a favor. If you guys could just give a shout out to the mods and show all the new people their emojis. We got Tommy Man Bun McCandless. We got Steph the Cuervo Queen. We got Kel Says Smile with Tim Tebow doing a little dance. And we also got Emmy, the Dapping Unicorn. And, of course, myself. We're also going to do something every 10 new members. We unlock a new emoji. So we're also going to add a custom emoji that's going to be for one of you, one of our 999 super fans. So if you're part of the chats, we'll do polls, we'll do surveys, and then we're going to pick one of you, something that means something to you. I'll create a custom emoji, and it'll be part of our channel as well. So if you're interested in building that, there is a 999. There's a link to YouTube Gaming, so you can join 999 at that point. And also, we have Patreon support. It's a third-party website. We do polls. We do surveys. We get a little bit outside of The Walking Dead. So those people that are Patreon members, you get a chance to hang out with me and get a little bit more. I consider patrons my partners as well. Thank you for everything that you guys do. This has been an absolutely incredible stream. A lot of people. Let me recap the list really quickly to those that might have tuned in a little bit late. I'd love for you guys to go back and watch the whole video and participate in the chat because there's some good dialogue back and forth. But if you're just tuning in, once again, we do have Ozzy. We've got Alec. Who is Alec? DJ, Frankie, Tammy Rose, Addie, Rodney, Tara, Enid, and Henry. Thank you for everything that you guys do. We are 50 minutes in. Do me a favor. Last but not least, I know I can't get everybody in these streams, but we will always do it. I don't care if we grow to 100,000, to 1 million, to 50 million. This channel grows because each and every person in this stream. So do me a favor. I'm going to ask you guys to give that like button a thumbs up. And also, everybody here, give me a 999 in chat, because I'm going to shout out as many of you as I possibly can. Wolverine with a super chat says, now that Alpha will kill Henry and others, do you think Lydia will help fight her people or she won't have it? I think Lydia will turn on her people. Absolutely. So with that super chat, you guys can see all the 999s. I'm going to pick some random people. I want to say what's up to True Hunter, to Fox King, Colleen Hayes, 55 Bueller, Stacy Piper, Edwin Gonzalez, Austin Albright. Got the Chihuahua, Marcia Cooper, Ryan Shalero, Kay Smith, Mary Casala, Dr. 420, thank you for being here. Cassandra Laboom, thank you. Wolverine 1771. We got T, just one letter. Just one letter, T. Andrew Sayers, thank you for being here. Kimberly Henderson, Damon Terezio, Dark Star Killer, Doug Hood, Jake W., Fortnite, Gaston, Vengeance 91, Christy Wells Reese, thank you. Brock 883, thanks Brock. Troy Mattingly, appreciate you being here. Gina Crockett, always a pleasure, Gina. Benjamin Stevenson, thank you. All the super chatters, you guys are absolutely awesome. Thank you for being here. Amy Beeson, pleasure. Brianne Lannister, David Sizemore, Josh D., Ryan Hutchinson, Bubble B. Brown, Mr. Dallas 420, Stephanie Sick, thank you. Kalisa Mandy, thank you. Dolphin Smooth 88, Jeanette T., Melissa Eaglebarger, thank you. Vippo 25, Nemo's World of Randomness, thank you for being here. Ebony Hamilton, thank you. Glad you were here live. Appreciate you being here. William Carlos Morales, thank you, William. Greg LeBeau, Deontay Keller, thank you. Samantha Coombs, Michael Hatfield. Dazzy, formerly known as Mr. Daz, thank you. M. Dev, Jessica Gilbert, might have shouted you out already. If not, there you go. Double shout out. Plant Planet Earth, Mariah Campese, thank you. William the 999 Walking Billboard, Super Chat and the Unicorn, and Kels emojis, thank you for that. Dead on Leprechaun, thank you. Appreciate you being here. Zelda Faz, Kurt Cobain, do love me some Kurt Cobain, thank you for that. Linda Ybarra, thank you. Donnie Thompson, I like to fish. Jack Carr, thank you. Thank you for making it another great stream, Jack. I just have a microphone. You guys make the streams. No doubt about it. And we continue to grow unbelievably fast. So appreciate that. Chip Sanity, thank you. Alexander Katani, thanks for being here. Matt Burkett. And those of you that are new, absolutely subscribe. We want you guys coming back because just some amazing thoughts. The more ideas we have in these streams, the more it just really starts to form. And you know what? I need your help because obviously I'm 40% on some of these predictions. So a few of you participating in the chat might get me above 40%. Might get me up to 80 or 90% on my predictions. I would appreciate that. Jason Raymer, thank you so much. Appreciate that. Kimberly Henderson, I'm glad you guys have a great time. As long as you guys have a great time, we'll keep doing it. Azola Chafin, thank you. Appreciate that. Julie McGuire, 3Gs are wonderful. I'm going to go hang out with the 3Gs in a little bit. Some spoilers come out, then we will stream a little bit later on tonight. All right, everybody. I missed a ton of people, so I can't get everybody in stream. But the people I missed, believe me, I didn't intentionally miss anybody. One big shout out to the entire 999 Army, all the Patreons, all the channel members. I appreciate everything that you guys do. And I may see you all maybe a little bit later on tonight, so hold tight. If not, I'll definitely see everybody here. Maybe 2 streams tomorrow. Hey, real quick, if there is not a spoiler stream tonight, I will do a spoiler stream tomorrow and Freestyle Friday. So we'll get both in there. Either way, we're going to get a spoiler stream either late tonight or sometime tomorrow. All right, have a good night, everybody. Peace.